All right, this is going to be a basic intro to getting on Tinkercad and all that, how to export to STL and such. So let's get started here. Okay, so if you haven't already signed up, you should do that. So you click sign up and blah, blah, blah. You're going to enter all this stuff. I already have an account, so we're going to use my account, sign in, and I think I remember it. And I think I remember this. All right, so now we are going to take a look at some stuff here. So if we want to create a new design right from scratch, we would go to create new design right there. You click that and then you're brought to the design platform, the Workplane. A couple of things that you'll need to know is how to move around on the Workplane. So if you hold down Control on your Mac, you can move it kind of like how I'm moving. You can zoom in and out using your scroll pad by using two fingers like this. You can use this box to also look around. And that'll show you kind of where the front of the object is, because remember you're working within three dimensions, so it's important to look at all of them. Okay, so we can go back to the home view, and let's say we wanted to make a box. Well, you click on that box and drag it out to the middle. Okay. You can select whether or not the object is solid or negative space by clicking these two options here. If I wanted to make a very simple, I guess like cup or cup holder, we can duplicate this. Okay, we can make this one a hole by holding, let me zoom in so we can now see what we're doing here. By holding Control, Control Shift, you're scaling proportionally. So it's going to stay a square. Whereas if I don't hold Control and Shift, it's going to go all over the place. It can turn into a rectangle. Okay, both are useful. So if I hold down Control and Shift, though, that's kind of what I was hoping for. So the box itself, we can look and see, was 20 by 20, and that's in millimeters. Okay. And we can snap to grid. We want that on. Okay. Now we can take this negative space box here. We'll move it up using this arrow. Oopsie. Select this, move it up so that it's through the top. Then we'll move it back. And to align all these, you can actually make sure that this is in the center by clicking on Align. And now we can align to that center point. And then I would scroll around and that center point, and it's already done. We wouldn't want to do these two because we want the top open and the bottom not open. Now what we would do is we would take that opening, we'd click out of Align, we'd click this box, we'd also select the negative box, and then we would combine these as a group, and you'll see what happens. It makes it disappear. Okay? And now, let's say this was finished. What we can do is we can rename it box pencil holder, right? then we can export. Download for 3D printing. Okay. And don't worry about that one. You're going to go for 3D print and you're going to select STL. Once your STL is created, the next step, you should already have Cura set up with Jellybox. Well, that's if you're printing to the Jellybox. And then if you're printing to the printer bots, then you'll select printer bot. But since we're doing Jellybox, delete that from our Workplane on this. Clear build plate. The build plate is where your object gets built out to. I don't know why this is taking so long. It should be pretty quick. It's a simple file. Okay, there we go. So, now we have it. Now mine is opening for some reason somewhere else. So I'm going to show this in the Finder. It keeps opening in Xcode. So what I have to do is I actually have to click on Open With, select Other, and scroll down to Cura. You'll notice I have 3. You'll have 1. And just go ahead and open it. And there's our box. Then you want to make sure all these settings are correct, and we'll talk about that later. Then what we need to do is save this to a file, and if we are printing on the Jellybox, you'll need to get a micro SD card here, and put the micro SD card in the SD card reader, plug that in, and then save to file. It automatically went to G-code. Sometimes it'll automatically go to 3MF. Click on G-code. Okay. Then you select where it's going. I want it to go to G-codes. It'll go there. We click save. Then we take this over to the printer and we print. That's it.